How's it going, guys? Back with another stream today. Today we're going to run back the list we played last time on stream. We got a trophy last stream with the exact same 75. If I had like a paper tournament tomorrow, I'd probably cut the Gideon's Intervention for a Linvala. I don't think I have a Linvala on Moto, so let me just open this up. So Linvala shuts off activated abilities of your opponents. So it seems good in the mirror, turning off like Ballista, even stuff like Arbor Elf, stuff like that. Spike Feeder, obviously. So that's the card I would swap with Gideon's Intervention, I think. Online, I think the main reason I'm winning Gideon's Intervention is because of Valakut. You can name Valakut, and then Valakut can't machine gun your guys down, and Infinite Life can like win the game. Your creatures are protected, and then you can just win via Veto or Spike Feeder. So Gideon's Intervention also has some like splash damage with other decks. You can name like Goblin Charbelcher, just random combo decks. So like this has play, but I think Linvala seems a little bit better just if we're expecting a lot of the mirror. But other than that, I think everything else feels really good. I could also see if I wanted to keep the Gideon's Intervention, maybe swap one of these two flyers for the Linvala. Having these two kind of bullets with Eldormi's Call is pretty cool. But other than that, I think the rest of the 75 feels really, really good. I've been really happy with the deck. Gilded Goose, Veto, like all of the above have just been very, very, very good. So we're just gonna run it back. Oh, my leak screen went on the other window. Interesting. Let me move this over. Here you go. So I've been very happy with the deck. I was tempted to play in the Super Q yesterday, but these weekend events are just really, really hard for me to play. So like, especially with all the things I have to do, I work full time, so like playing these events on the weekend are just like near impossible for me, because I have to do all these like other errands on the weekends. Just busy life. It sounds pretty very good. Pretty good. I got double Goose into Giver. Opponent Mulligan 6, the basic ducky. It's a pretty painful mana base here, so like hopefully we're not against mono red. I can see an argument for either leading on Goose or Giver. I kind of want to lean on Giver in case we draw Heliod. This eats a rule splitter, and then we can go Giver plus Goose next turn. I said good luck, have fun. I said thank you, you too. Pluto Delta. Okay. So we know another Goose. Over here. So here we can I wonder if they're gonna kill the Giver at a turn. Ooh, they're just opting. Okay. So next turn we could Coco. Ideally we draw another land so we can not have to cash in on all these food tokens. Birds of Paradise is an interesting draw. I think we're priced into Cocoing at the end of our opponent's turn. And hopefully we just draw another land. I don't think we can spend a turn just playing Birds of Paradise and passing. I think that's just so bad. Sure. So we're against like Sultai Field probably. Okay. Wilderness Reclamation. In response, let's Cocoa. Make food. So then they can't force. Do this. I could see an idea of getting birds here so we can Skyclave. That might actually just been better. I'm just gonna get a Ballista here since we already have another bird. Okay, we luck sacked and drew a third land for the Skyclave apparition, which is very good for us. So now we're going to attack. Let's just get a basic plains and Skyclave apparition. The Wilderness Wreck. Probably need a counterspell, but opt in response. They bottomed. Okay. A logic not for 1. Okay. Our beat down plan's still pretty decent. Sure. These goose not being birds do hurt in this spot, but we'll see how the game progresses. Because it's like cryptic command. Cryptic command. You got it. So we're gonna attack. See if they cryptic here. They don't. Play a bird out. Then probably just make a food end of turn. I don't think there's much value in playing another bird out. It's just more mana efficient this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's make a food end of turn. So what they're gonna do here. Cryptic Bounce Giver. Okay. They have all the mana in the world. 3 cards in hand. Okay. Basic Sanctuary puts Cryptic Command back on top. So we're going to make a food token in a turn. Kind of tempted to just sack this here. What could they have when they're tapping out here? Kind of want to like sack this Ranger now just to like tie up their mana here. Because like if they have like a Teachings or something, then it's like, because they get flashback the Teachings here, so I think it's best just to do this. Because they flash back the Teachings. Oh, I guess they can just get back anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get the trigger. This actually doesn't matter. Yeah, so they flash us back. Yeah. So let's make a food token here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a land means we can. Okay. So here we're going to sack this Ranger now, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana here. And we just Ballista them for 3. So we do this now because we attack, they tap my team, and then I don't have enough mana to pump the Giver. So let's do this now. Tap team, yep. So we're going to sacrifice a food, make green mana. Oh man. We're gonna do this. I was wondering why it wasn't letting me do that. So we'll do that. Okay. Okay. So the opponent can't do anything. I'll put Ballista here. Cool. On to game 2. Veil seems good. Choke seems fantastic. So they have like mystical teachings, mystic sanctuary. I wonder if like these 2 cards are worth it, like the resting pieces. So like the chokes and the veils I think are for sure. It's just a matter of do we want some number of rips and an even mind sensor. I think this is a matchup where we can just board out the birds. I like Sultai, so like the champions seem pretty resilient to like black removal spells if they have it. You ever cut Spike Feeder? So in matchups where like Infinite Life doesn't really matter too much, like Tron, I shave one copy. I've seen a lot of people board out Spike Feeder in these kind of matchups because the Infinite Life doesn't do anything. But the fact that we have Veto means like the Spike Feeder Heliod combo actually isn't dead against those matchups. It actually wins the game with Veto in play. So in those type of matchups, I just trim one copy. I don't know if that's correct, but that's just what I've been doing. Yeah, exactly. So I think we can board out the 4 birds. And then like this is like the maybe pile. We could also just board out all the avian birds and then just go like this. So board all the dorks, bringing these kind of cards. We're a little bit slower off the bat. We're very congested in the 3-drop slot too. You can also see just like cutting a veto. Yeah, I kind of like the just having some number of dorks, to be honest. Maybe just boarding like this and like keep 3 Gilded Goose. Just go like that. Just try this out. Cool. We'll keep this. We need lands off the top, but it's pretty solid here. Cool. Pick your deck. Lead off Temple Garden. All the Heliods here. I don't think we want to trade with the Snapcaster Mage. I don't know if they run Snapcaster Mages in this deck, but Ghost Spiral. We're just gonna jam Heliods into Heliods, and then if they tap out, we're gonna just play Choke. So like if they play Uro here, we're just gonna tap out for Choke. If they just pass a turn. Oh, okay. Well, that turns off our Choke plan. Maybe Choke isn't the best in this matchup then. So let's just get Gala Shrine. Okay. Collected Company is a great draw. I'm gonna get Forest here just in case we draw Scavengers. Heliod resolves. Wow. Sure. Any opinions whether all in combo kill Heliod is better than say mono white or other variants of Heliod decks? I've tried mono white and green white a lot. I played it a lot since like Thanksgiving. I've been jamming a lot of leagues. I actually trophied with mono white, and I think not having Collected Company and Mana Dorks it was kind of tough. So I feel like the ceiling on the mono white plan is kind of lower. Collected Company is just so good. I've been bailed out so many times with Collected Company, and the mana acceleration is really good. And the green white builds, there's a lot that I kind of disagree with. Okay, sure. Like it only runs like 2 Ariok Champion. Should we just play Choke just to bail out the counterspell here? I think so. So like it only plays like 2 Arc Champion, like 1 Giver Runes, and I think that's just wrong. I think that's why I built this like Abzan deck. It's Abzan technically, but like in reality, it's like it's really just green, white, splashing black for Heliod. And I have like 4 Arc Champions, 3 Giver Runes. I don't like Conclave Mentor. I think Conclave Mentor is just not a good magic card. It does lead to turn 2 kills, but so does Arc Champion. Arc Champion is just better with Heliod, just being able to just grow your team. Like Arc Champion with Heliod just has your mid-range plan just be so much better. That being said, like in the mirror, like the all-in Heliod decks, mono white and green white probably are better. Strictly because you have speed. Like the Arbor Elf Utopia Small package is really good, so you can combo faster than us. So if the matchup ends up being a race, then we are a dog there. But I feel like this is just better with like my build. I feel like is just better against everything else. Maybe I'm biased because I put a lot of work into it, but like it just feels better in my opinion. I'm gonna fetch now. So we're going to Skyclips is enticing, but I think we're just gonna pass the turn, play Company on their turn, and then go from there. Yeah, I really like RX Shipping more than Mentor. Sure. Like Conclave Mentor just doesn't do anything by itself, and that's what's kind of what I don't like about it. Do I want to play as Coco now, or do I want to let the Wilderness Reclamation resolve? Kind of want to do this because they didn't float mana, so it makes me believe that they don't have anything here. And I hope they like tap out, and then we can. Okay. So we're gonna just go here again, force them to have something. Okay, so they're digging. Oh, they can also just have land before Cryptic. I kind of wanted to bait it. That's why, because I have the second Company. I think that's ooh, wow, resolved. That's crazy. Do this. So gain a life. Void, yes. Void shield. Guess I could put it on an RF champion. It's protection from stuff. And this Heliod's a free attack essentially. So if this Coco resolve, that means their hand is very bad. Oh, okay. Oh, they just have teachings too. We do for that. A lot of other builds are so all in. They seem fragile. Not a lot of people generate money either due to hand clicks. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I didn't like the green white version is I hate the Spike Feeder combo. But it feels worth it with Veto in the deck because it actually like I'll click Spike Feeder 10 times to kill my opponent, right? Like sure. But you're right. Like that is one of the things, and the Spike Feeder combo also doesn't necessarily win the game either. Okay. Like if you can play against like these Titan Field decks, and it doesn't win the game, and I think that's the annoying thing about it. Cool. So I can just grow this RA champion here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are 1 mana short from. Oh no, they can tap out for teachings here. Yeah, it's very good in paper. It's very, very good in paper. I do too. I think I'm missing 1 Horizon Canopy, and maybe I think I'm missing. I think that's it. I think I'm just missing a Horizon Canopy from my 75. I'm very looking forward to playing this deck in paper because it seems really, really good in paper. Okay. So maybe I should board in 2 rips here. Oh, we're gonna put that on top? Oh, interesting. Sure. Ooh, do we just win? Do we go for it here? They had 1 draw step. They didn't counter the Collecting Company, and then they flashback Mystical they played Mystical Teachings to cast an Eliminate. And then with this Eliminate, they also put Mystical Teachings back on top with Mystic Sanctuary. So unless they drew exactly a removal, so they have to either draw exactly A, a removal spell, or B, they have to top deck a removal spell or a counter spell. I think we can just go for it. This Ballista, unless it gets countered, then we're kind of screwed anyway. Make them have it. They need to literally exactly draw a counter spell or a removal spell on hand. Okay. Put on Ballista. Sweet. Like, just the way they played and the way they let the company resolve and they tutor for a removal spell, like, they literally needed the exact card that they drew this past turn to be a removal spell counter spell. And at this spot, I think you just make them have it. Like, Spike Feeder technically doesn't necessarily win the game, because they could have Jace, and then and Blissa just wins the game with Auric Champion play. And this is what I'm talking about with Auric Champion and versus Conclave Mentor is like both those cards enable turn 4 wins. You go turn 2 drop either Auric or Conclave Mentor, turn 3 Heliod, and then turn 4 Ballista for 2. The Auric and Conclave Mentor both enable Ballista to get an extra counter. Auric Champion is just better. It just does more. And Conclave Mentor in a lot of these spots wouldn't have done anything, right? Like that Auric Champion subtly did a lot there, where she gained us a life, more than 1 life, right? So then we're actually dead to from like they could have dealt 7, so they had lethal on board, and Auric Champion took our life total out of lethal range. So then we could actually take another hit, and this Auric Champion can just sit back and actually hopefully fuel Heliod. And like as you saw with Auric Champion, it also turned Heliod on in these type of matchups where you kind of need, like, Heliod's safe. There's no path to exiles or anything. So like turning it on is very, very, very good. It's bad magic that your opponent will not interact with your deck. What do you mean by that, Stormy? I think I'm gonna bottom Spike Feeder here. Spike Feeder is just like the worst card off more often than not, so. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I exactly agree with you 100%, because I feel like a lot of people that play Conklin Mentor are just like pedal the metal two ships in the night, and like I don't think that's where Modern is right now. I think Modern is very interactive. Blue soups are very interactive, and I know a lot of people hate blue soup, but they are very interactive, and it forces the format to be very interactive. So like Mono Red Prowess, Rakdos Prowess, Rakdos Jun, all of them have been very interactive. So you can't just assume your Conklin Mentor is going to live. You can't assume your Walk-In List is going to live. And it's one of those things where like I love having more givers and R8 champions, because R8 champions ignore a lot of the removal in the format, bolts and pushes, survives Ren and 6, etc. Okay, cool. You can take Ravager, sure. So with that, like, it's just better to be a little bit more resilient with your combo. And I think that's what my build does, especially with Gilded Goose. The food token has made my combo very relevant as well. Sure. So I'm just stuck with a bunch of removal in hand. I'll just play this demo card. I'm putting no assault cards in my hand. Lightning Bolt is in 40% of the next, and the yeah, and the green white version's full. Like a lot of the cards just full to Lightning Bolt, right? Conclave Mentor. Okay, sure. I kind of want to just titch one of these Skyclave apparitions. I think I want this land just in case you draw company. Okay. I'll just play this out. And this is why I don't like Spike Feeder either in the green white list, because like you run 4 because it is a combo piece. I treat Spike Feeder more as like a backup combo, and like these are spots where like we just got interacted with a lot, double discard spelled, and this we have a 3-mana 2/2. So it's like this game plan just isn't great. Right? Like, oh, okay. So they just shredded our whole hand. We need a top deck here. Coco would be great. Obviously, Heliod obviously wins the game if they don't have any interaction. Sure. Yeah, exactly. And this is why I don't like Spike Feeder, and like just as a card. As a combo piece is great, obviously. Oh, great. Don't think I want to trade my Spike Feeder as our Confidant. I should attack first, I was just going to give her, but I don't think they're going to trade here. Yeah, we're just going to take 2. So this is a spot where we can easily lose the game now. Let's Steammeyer. So they are short of escaping. Oh, sure. I think I sack the giver here. If we draw Heliod, we have infinite life. We can draw out of this. They have the push for the Spike Feeder too. That'd be super gross. Oh. So the good old Jun plan is online for them. They just double discard Spellless, discarded a bunch of cards from Kroxa. Come to collect the company. We are very, very low percentage to win this game now. We literally need to draw exactly collect a company and hope to... Or we could draw Heliod. Heliod's also an out. Okay, nice. Heliod into exactly collect a company is good. Okay. Actually, I shouldn't have F6. They are known to playing Blood Moon. I should be able to fetch with this, so I shouldn't F6. Man. Not drawing great here. This little Leon is very good too. Because if we have like an Ariok champion, you can just make a sack to it. Are they escaping cross here? No, they're not. I would have plus with the Liliana if they're going to discard these two cards anyway. That's just like bad sequencing here. 6, 8, 12, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Trying to figure out if I should fetch here. They could just cross us, so like we're dead anyway technically, so we should just crack here. we can just draw like 4 lands in a row. That's fine. Is that the split card? The mono white split card, Stormy? Arthuriator. I don't know if there's any decks where we want a sweeper. I mean, that sweeper looks really good because it doesn't kill any of our dudes except for Ranger Captain. So I could see it out of the sideboard if we really want a card against like Shadow. But even that doesn't kill all Shadow's decks, which kind of sucks. That being said, that card is very cute. I think if the meta was very, very Shadow heavy and we had like not as good as a matchup as we currently do, then I can definitely see that coming in and having that sideboard. But I think for right now, just the way our deck is configured, I don't think we necessarily need it. So I think in this matchup where it's all grindy, we can board all the dorks and bring in these nice hate spells. We don't want the top decks essentially. I could see maybe the third path coming in and like cutting the vetoes, but like I think the vetoes are good too. I like where your head is at though. Like I'm not saying I think this deck is a great fit for that card. I just don't know if we need that with the way the meta is right now. But that is I think that's a great sideboard card to have in our back pocket. I like to refer to those cards as like great cards to have like as like a 76th, 77th, 78th best card, where like they're good. Like I'm having them. I'm gonna have access to those cards, but I don't think the meta is exactly right for that card right now. So I think that's a card that's a great example of something like that. Another card that I mentioned earlier on stream was Linvala. And Linvala is a great card in the mirror in these Heliod matchups. And I think that's a card where, like, I think that's going to, before my stream, I was like, thinking about it, I was like, that's probably, like, my 76th, 77th best card. But then, like, just kind of going forward, it's like, well, you know, it's might move up in the ranks and might be like my 75th best card in the deck, and you know, it's like it's good to have like you can't build a 75 with any deck in Modern. You really have to build 80, 85 cards, because that's how you can build a diverse cyborg. So you're not like just caught off guard by like just random strategies, and it's good to have options and keeping those options open. So I like where you're thinking. Um, I think that's a great card to have in mind. So I appreciate the suggestion. I think if for some reason there's like a lot of like big creature decks that aren't shadow that this card just doesn't shit on, I think that card's great. I actually might test that card. The card's actually pretty cool. Cool. Here I think I'm just gonna. I don't know if I should cut Veto or cut the path. I don't want to get Blood Moon either. That's a thing. So it's like, do I just? I can't like fetch basic planes and then play Veto either. I actually want to get basic Forest here. So maybe I just cut the or discard the path. Oh yeah, for sure. The Aftermath is great. Against these kind of mirrors where it's just like 5 mana, just recur all your dudes. That's fantastic. I think that it shows the versatility of this card too. I think the meta just has to be very, very shadow heavy. Maybe the meta is very shadow heavy, so maybe now's the right time, right? So, gosh, we just cut the Veto. Kind of want to just slam Veto here. Yeah, I think I just cut the path. I could also see just cutting Veil, but there's just a return target artifact or up to 1 target chamber in hand. I should have bought on cut the Veto here. That card's interesting if you are expecting a lot of hand hate, but the problem is like we against like these hand hate decks we again have like a very good matchup to it. So like I can see just like honestly just like ignoring those cards and just like calling it a day, honestly. So I'm going to play Heliod here. Play on Blood Moon. We're not going to cast his Veto, so I should have cut it or discarded it from Kroxa. Yeah, like all these cards are just like good. Like that is a cool card, and it's cool because you like Eldor's Call makes these kind of like gimmicky, gadgety like creatures like alive. So if we get Liliana, we get Liliana here. But I kind of want to. I think I'm valuing Heliod entering play than that. They run more discard spells than they do Liliana's. I'm not sure if they cut the discard spells post board, but double red. So it's just like Seasoned Pyromancer. Double red means it's all Liliana, which is great. Cool. Now we just get a lot of life. Again, I like where your head is though. I like where your head is. You gonna make tokens and just pump my Auric Champion? Nope. Land? Burton Forge Tender. I think I'm gonna play this Forge Tender. Put a counter on the Auric Champion, attack, and hold up Veil. This Auric Champion is just gonna take over the game, I think. They need literally like a sweeper. And now it's out of Kozak's return range. So. And then if they do have a Liliana here, we can just veil it. Another season. Oh, okay, cool. Target me. So now we can attack the Liliana down with the Sports Tender, attack our opponent with RX Champion. I know exactly how you feel, opponent. As a BGX player, I know exactly how you feel about this card. I am sorry. I know exactly how you feel. It doesn't feel good. just throw that out there. It does not feel good. Cool. With this type of hand, I hope we don't get Blood Mooned. They Inquisition us, they take RX Champion, which sucks, but... Ooh, no discard spell. Play this sub T first. Bluff Veil of Summer. Again. Sorry, opponent. I'm gonna see what they're gonna fetch here. If they fetch basic Swamp, I'm assuming they don't have Blood Moons. And if that's the case, I'm gonna fetch Godless Shrine with this one sub teeth, and then RX Champion. No. Fine. So they top deck the discard spell, which is unfortunate for us. Try to figure out if I want to get Plains or Godless Shrine for to play around Blood Moon, because this also just signifies that they might still be on Blood Moon land. Again, I know exactly how you feel, opponent. Do I just lose to Blood Moon? The thing that sucks is, like, if I want to do play around Blood Moon, I want to get forced so these companies come online, which I can't cast as RX Champion. So it's like, at this point, I might as well just, like, just get the Godless Shrine. And hope they don't Blood Moon us here. Okay, so we can't get got by Blood Moon. I'm very scared. Well, they could just Liliana us too. Liliana would be very good. Oh, Croxa? Sure. Croxa's fine. Okay. Got it. That's a good card. Okay, so how about a land? We just need to hit running lands so these companies come online. I think I'm gonna be mana efficient here and get Ranger Captain online here. So that way next turn we can go Scoos plus Giver. Oh, I could also see Forge Tinder being good. I think Giver might be better though. My dog is having a nightmare. I don't know if, if that's on camera if the mic picks that up, but she's like, she's just like, totally like, okay. Okay, so they're stuck on lands here. How about a land? Kind of just want a Cuppy here. Okay. Okay. I kind of want to just bottom the Ballista here. Like, I get punished if I hit exactly Heliod plus Ariok Champion. I can also just see cutting the Giver. Let's company first. How about that? Let's be smart about this. Okay. That could have been better. In which case, I think I do just cut the Ballista, I think. So now I think I go Giver, Scoos, eat Kroxa. I'm actually going to eat something right now. I'll eat one of the Arc Champions, just so my Scoos just goes out of bolt range. So they need either exactly Kroxa or Liliana Plus. Okay. Here, yeah, they need exactly Liliana Plus to do that. But I'll just gain 2 life off the Spike Feeder, and then I'm gonna sack the Spike Feeder. How's it going, Fluffy? What do you mean? I felt last stream with the deck. why are you hating on me right now, Fluffy? Come on, show me the love. I think we just stack this Liliana down. Just one of Scavenging Ooze is putting up work. Extend the game a little bit longer. This goes this green as I see now. It's Abzan, is it not? I'm running black, green, and white. If this is without C's, I'm definitely going to cook it in response. If this is an Inquisition, I'm going to let it resolve. This is a Fatal Push. Depends on what they do. They target Giver. I'm also going to give Scavenging Ooze, protection from black. They play Croc Song and a Coco in response. Okay. So if they're gonna minus, I'm gonna Coco in response here. See if I hit like a redundant card or something that I can just sack. Okay. Protection with black. Just in case they do draw in, they're concealing it. And I'm just going to sack like over here. We want to do is that attack. And then we're just going to grow our screws to obscene size. Actually, we should put the +1/+1 counters on the RX champion. Our opponent's just like screwed 10 ways of Sunday right now. This is just a bad matchup for our opponent. Especially because we have 4 cards that just have protection from black and red, and I just top deck it, even though it got discarded in a way. It's like... It's nice being on the, like, beneficiary side of the Thoughtseize bug. Scoot is very hungry. There's no creatures in our bunch. Okay, I'm just gonna grow. We don't have any Eternal Witness effects or anything, so like we're pretty safe here. Okay. I don't want to sack these Horizon Canopies. I think I just like grow, scoos, and then just give lifelink. Let me see. So 9, 14. So if I top deck another Ariok champion, exactly, I win the game right now. But like, I think it's safe to crack one of these. I don't think I need more green sources. Worst case scenario, I still have 2 activations of Scoos. That doesn't do anything, so let's just eat the 3 creatures in the graveyard. Just gonna grow the Ari champion here, so it just can't die. We don't have lethal this turn, but like we are very ahead here. Let's get an Overgrown Tomb. Eat the last creature in the graveyard. Make Tarmogoyf smaller. Here I'm going to grow the Scoos this time, and then just give it lifelink. This is going to attack the Liliana in a way. We're 1 damage short, unfortunate. I could also see a world where we just attack our opponent. But I don't want to like just get got by this Liliana here. So I think I'm going to attack Liliana with Ariok, attack our opponent with Scavenging Ooze, give our Scavenging Ooze lifelink. It'll make our Ariok champion a 6/6, and then it's just enough to be lethal. I wouldn't take that to 1, because we have lethal exactly here the following turn. Here. Like, they literally can't block Ariok champion here, so they need like double Angrass Rampage. Which is a possibility, but then, like, if they double Angrass Rampage, then we need then they just have an active Lily on the board, and I'd rather not have be the case. How's it going, Connor, man? Yeah, it could also just be. Yeah, so this is a nightmare scenario where they could also anger and rampage us, but if that's the point, it's like I'd rather have our opponent not have a planeswalker in play. It's just so free because this is lethal. Like we have lethal either way. I guess the way we don't have lethal is if they're at one, we top deck exactly Walking Ballista. But we have just better top decks than them. So like if they have exactly removal spells to wipe our board, we still have a Heliod in play. So like, the game would have went on a lot longer, that's for sure. But I think it's correct just to take a little on it down, because I think the way we lose the game is they have exactly 2 removal spells that line up. So like either Fatal Push or Bloodchief's Thirst plus Ingress Rampage that we saw already. And then they have they're at 1 life, but they have a Liliana in play, and that's how they get back in. Because like if they're at 6, another top deck RA champion means I just automatically just so ahead already. Versus like if they double removal spell and they're at 1, their Liliana is live. If I top deck an RA champion, it's like it's they have the removal for it. So rather just be safer in that term. My intentions are, as you know this. I'm gonna get some water real quick, and I'm gonna be right back. Give me just a second. Let me show the deck list real quick. Cool, so we're off to a good start. Black Red is just a pretty easy matchup, I don't want to lie. This is your fluffy wolf, but this is fluffy dog here. Very fluffy. Girlfriend just came home, so Shukort had to greet her. Go. No one can see your eyes because you're so fluffy. Okay. Okay. You just want to sleep now. Got it. You know, Fluffy, I saw your tweet about Abzan being one of your most viewed videos. I think that's just a sign that you should be playing more Abzan, like yours truly. I don't know. So just like straight up burn. It looks like it's just straight up burn. Inspiring Vantage, Monster Sphere. Depending on if this bird lives, which it does not. I was gonna say if it lived, I would have fetched Ariok Champion. I kill the goose, I think. Really? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's the way. It's the way. Man, they're just bolting all of my dorks. Oh, no Eidolon. Damn it. Oh, is this side in standard? All I can do is hope that they don't have more bolts. Really, Fenza. Modern? Really? Oh, interesting. What is standard? What year was this? That's the real question. No blocks. Targeting me. Okay. Go to 9. Go to 7. Go to 6. I think I'm just gonna main phase Coco here. So we just have the nuts. So I'm gonna proceed to try to attempt a combo on upkeep, I think. Oh, now I'm just gonna fucking do it. Like, okay, just thanks for tapping out. Mistakes are made, opponent. Mistakes are made. 2016. Gosh. When did I start playing Modern? When did Twin get banned? Because I started playing right before Twin got banned. Forge Tender comes in. Veto comes out. I could see Archon being better than Veto here. Oh, nice. You and I both started at the same time. The difference is I played Abzan ever since then. Way before Fire Design. I don't remember when exactly. All I know is Abzan's best removal soul was Path to Exile, followed by Disfigure. And then, of course, you had a Bump Decay, but Bump Decay was 2 mana, so it's like Jund was like strictly better in that regard, but like I had to play Abzan even back then, so I had to play Disfigures, and that's when Burn and Infect, like Burn, Infect, Infinity was like the top 3 players in Modern, so like Disfigures are actually very, very good. Just really like subboarding. I think we just swap a Veto for a Archon and the other Veto for a Bird and Forge Center. Good old twin. Stay banned. Okay, all the birds. Don't bolt my bird. Pulse overall, yep. Wait, our opponent fetched shocked and then didn't do anything. Okay, sure. What is our opponent doing? I don't understand. Tell me what our opponent's doing. Hopefully our bird lives again, and then we just play Heliod. And then go from there. Stavian. Yeah. That's how you can easily tilt someone that played a lot of twin. Is just tell them that it should stay banned. Easy money. Easy money. Yikes. Look, we have a lot of cards that just gain life, so like they literally have to spend all their burn spells killing our dude. Oh, please hit a land. Please hit a land. Thank you. Unfortunate. I think I fetched Temple Garden here. Go to 9, and then go back to 11, get my Scoos out of Bull's range. I don't think I want to play this Heliod. The thing is, Heliod doesn't do anything this board. So I think I just want to do this. And Turtle Shell a little bit. Okay. Let's go to Forest here. So we go to 7. Land off Goblin. Land off Goblin Guide. Spike Feeder. Oh, another Eidolon. Okay. Got it. So I'm going to Coco my opponent's turn. I could also just play Ballista. Let me think about this. I play Ballista for 2. The attack. If I play Ballista for 2, they can't do anything. Yeah, if I play Ballista for 2, they can't cast any spells. They're locked out. Yeah, they're just locked out. Yeah, I play Ballista for 2. They can't. They literally. Oh, yeah. They can't. They can't do anything. Well, okay. Let's think about this. They Ballista for 2. We Ballista for 2. They can attack. We literally take everything. When we go to 1, we can crack back with Ballista. No, it doesn't. The cracking back with Ballista doesn't do anything. Yeah. So yeah, you're right, Fluffy. So the correct play is to. Yeah, I think the correct play is to Ballista for 2. Mm-hmm. So we take all this. We go to 1. Okay. So their line is okay. Cool. Slap them with that. Let's go. I haven't seen traditional burn in a long time, and it's one of the better matchups for us. It's always greedy playing that second Eidolon, for sure. It's definitely good. We are lucky to just naturally draw that walking Ballista. There's some pretty cute emotes. It wouldn't have mattered. I guess I guess the correct play is just attack with 2 creatures. Command of the triple idol. Yeah. Exactly, Fluffy. Exactly. It's a great card. It's very, very, very well designed. Like, people always want to talk shit about like how bad these kind of cards are designed. You gotta give respect to Eidolon. Kramer 1001, thank you for the follow. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Oh no. Not this deck. Anything but this deck. Good old Titan Vow. Pioneer Pern 5 islands to play. That's pretty gross. Shaman. What are we playing against? Oh. Oh no, is it just like straight Valakut here? This could just be straight Valakut here. Shaman. I kind of want to just play this Ballista for 1. Yeah, let's face Ballista for 1 here. With Giver Protection. So we got a top deck exactly Heliod. We win on turn 4 with Giver Protection. Nope, so this is just Amulet. Never mind. I read wrong. They didn't play the Tribe Scout, which is interesting. Okay. Another land drop. Okay. You got it. Protection from colorless. So playing the Dryad out really got punished. We really got punished for playing the Bliss out. If they had exactly Explore into Dryad here. What sucks is that they had exactly other forests too. We could have Skyclaved the Dryad here, and then um, they wouldn't be able to pay for Summoner's Pact. Blood Moon one time. Hi, Belma, 1991. Hello. Sure. Chris, you and I know the pleasure of blood mooning our opponent after they cast Summoner's Pact. So then they can't play for the Summoner's Pact. That's just the best feels. Boiling out their pact is more fun. That's true too. You're not wrong there. Definitely not wrong there. I think I go Ranger. I could also just go Veto plus Goose. I'm definitely playing the Goose. It's just a matter of which 3-drop do you want to play. We already have the walking list, so like the only card that we can really get are just one of the other dorks. So maybe I just want to play the Veto out. The Ranger Captain also just attacks. So maybe the Ranger Captain is just better there. So let's just get Ranger Captain. Out. Maybe I should have tapped correctly, so it gives me the option to play Giver. So I just get Giver and then just get Bird. We want the Goose anyway. They just can't have exactly Titan. Having all their lands disappear, you're not wrong. Okay, if that's the card you're gonna if that's your turn, then that's fine. If that's your turn, that's fine. All the Ranger Captains. Play Giver. Another Ranger Captain. See anything in another Goose or another Giver, to be honest. So we're going to attack with, yeah. Kind of want to develop our mana too, because if we go Veto, MDG Justo, thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. We're gonna play Veto next turn. We get attack for 6. I think we're just gonna high roll the Goose, so we're just gonna get another Goose, and hopefully the Veto plus Goose combo just like takes over the game. So like Primal Titan's fine. Cool. Land. Interesting. I think we attack with both Rangers. So I think now our plan shifts now. I think we go our Champ, play Veto, drain for 1, and attack with the 2 Rangers. Give us protection from blue. So then if we play Veto plus RX Champion, then they just like... So this puts a lot of pressure, because like if they have exactly Primeval Titan, and they are kind of incentivized to get Feel the Dead triggers. This just kills them too. They could have Dryad. Oh, okay, so just Surge, that's fine, sure. So 3, 6, 7, 8. Are they just dead? They're just dead, right? One, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can attack with everything. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 9. Ballista for 2. So let's Ballista for 2 just to see what happens. Don't think anything's gonna. Because I want the trigger off Ariok with Beto. So they just F6. So we just win. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Cool. Veto, baby! Let's go! Veto's so good. Yeah. There's a lot of ways to win. I think the Goose line is a little bit more fancier. I think the Goose line's better, now that I think about it. So against these Valakut decks, Infinite Life doesn't win online, so having Gideon's Intervention seems pretty good to name Valakut. They have outs as in Skyclave Apparition, but they're more often than not Skyclave Apparition or Heliod here. So, and then bring in the Paths, because we need to just answer the Dryad. If we can answer Dryad, we can win the game easily. So we just brought the Scoos. Thanks, Hunter, man. Only way to win Blood. I've hung up my Blood Moon ways. I have definitely have given up the Blood Moons. I'm gonna bring 5 cards. Do we just board out the Geese? Probably Shave a Giver. No, they have Skyclave Apparitions, but even then, we don't really need to exactly protect, so we can Shave a Giver and 3 cards. Probably just board out the 3 Geese. No, Fluffy, no. I haven't played Siege Rhino. Oh, I take that back. I actually played Siege Rhino before Companions got banned or nerfed. Sorry, and I had Siege Rhino with Yorion, and that deck was so much fun. I actually trophy with that list. It was great. It was like Siege Rhinos, Blade Splicers, Restoration Angels. It had a 1 of Rhino, Stoneheart Dignitary, that like when it comes into play, your opponent can't attack. It skips their combat step. And then like you just blink them a bunch of times with like Restoration Angel or Yorion, and your opponent can't attack for like 5 turns. And that's how you beat Jollytron 1 round. It was great. He even follows me. Everyone unfollow Fluffy Wolf. It's the unfollow Fluffy Wolf trend. Fluffy Wolf stream more. Fluffy Wolf's like stream like 3 or 4 times a week, don't you, Fluffy? I can't imagine you streaming more than you already do. Found well into 6. That is agreeing with your wife, yeah. Adding the SO into the picture makes streaming goals very difficult. I definitely understand. I am in the same boat as you, Fluffy. Congratulations on hitting your 2020. Well, I know you're trying to hit like X number of subscribers and stuff. I actually like looked back and I was like, wait, I actually don't follow or subscribe to you on YouTube yet. So I actually just subscribed to you on YouTube like over the weekend. Exactly. I agree with you, Fluffy Wolf. Full-time job plus just hanging out with the significant other takes up so much time. So like me personally, I'm only able to like stream very few days. This is cute. I don't care about this though. Land. Let's get the Heliod on board, shall we? Unfortunately, we can't combo with the Lock and Ballista off top, but Dogland too, man. Ouch. They can Titan here, which it looks like they are doing. That is exactly what they're doing. Sure, yes. Put on this guy. So they can just have a jillion field of dead tokens. So this means they have Dryad in hand, which you have to be very careful about. Oh, they also just turn on Nissa, that's cute. And turn off auto yields. Land. So I could either A, Ranger Captain plus Bird, or B, Hole Up Coco. I think I like just playing Ranger Captain here. They need Dryad or they lose. Yeah, I think I just like playing Ranger Captain plus Bird. I don't think I want a Coco here. Well, I need the combo. So let's just get Ranger Captain. Oops. Ranger Captain play, and then Walking Ballista. Yeah, that sounds like Modern's in a bad spot to Fluffy Flame Blood Rifles. Put on this Ariok champion. What am I doing? Put +1/+1 on the Ranger Captain. No Dryad, please. No Dryad, please. No Dryad, please. Careful, don't gain play if you don't win the game. Caster the Jerkin got off his 2 ends by attacking with Titan zombies. That's just the nature of the deck. It's exactly why I'm actually playing Gideon's Intervention, and that's just how it is online. You live by the Zorian Diverser with Moto's interface, so it's like, oh, explore. Oh no, it's redraw. No Dryad. No Dryad, please. There is a software that I'm aware of that I don't have, that it's like an auto clicker and you can just like set it. I think it would be nice to have that, just so I don't like just get ergonomic injuries to the Wahoo, right? So they obviously don't have Dryad, because if they did, they would definitely slam it, because I'm like tapped out. So we just win the game here. This Nissa is really cute. This is actually one of my favorite cards. 3-mana Nissa. I actually ran it in Pioneer Abzan for like a little bit. Before I realized it just isn't that great. But it's such a cool card. Just a lot of value on it. Wait, we had this dry this whole time? Okay, the attacking means our opponent doesn't have Dryad. Or I guess they could, no, they don't have Vesuva. Or sorry, they don't have Tolera OS, they don't have blue mana for it. Tiny Leader, that's cute. Okay. I'm gonna put some puzzle kind of on our Heliod. I'll put it on our champion. I'm gonna block this Triangle Titan with this Heliod here. Yeah, exactly. Put on our champion. Like, so this just means they don't have Dryad, and they need a Dryad here. Is this Search for Tomorrow? Or is this another Primal Titan? Yeah. No, we already have the win because we only need to pay 2 mana for Walk-in Ballista because we have Auric Champion plus Heliod. So this we have the win here. Okay. Just gonna make a big ass Auric Champion. So they're tapped out. Turn off all yields. Opponent's tapped out, so I'm just gonna combo. But I'm going to attack this Nissa down. Opponent doesn't see it, but yep, exactly 6 Argamel. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but exactly. I will. I'm just gonna attack this Nissa down. I want to attack first. Our opponent is tilting. Hello? Hello? We win the game. We win the game, Connor. Man, it's gonna take me like 10 seconds to combo. I'm actually gonna use a bathroom because my opponent is apparently just tilting or disconnected. Let me check a lot. Okay, I'm gonna use a bathroom. Yeah, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna check a lot. Fine. I won't attack. Jesus. Philosopher 5. Thank you for the follow. Do this to play safe. Take Ballista here. 1. Always yes. Always yield. Put it on Ballista. Put it on Ballista. Do this lifelink. Save targets. Do this. Save targets. Do this. Always yield 18 clicks. No, 0 would not. Philosopher 5, 0 would not. Because while those things are on the stack, you check state-based effects and Ballistas is 0/0, and it just dies. Cool. This deck is on fire. Again, Auric Champion is just so much better than Conclave Mentor. I did not test Eldritch Evolution, and I don't think this deck wants Eldritch Evolution. I built the deck more in a mid-range standpoint, and Eldritch Evolution is a net 0 in terms of card advantage. You tutor, so I'd rather just play Electrodominance Call. Cast 2 Titans to lose. Yeah, exactly. From a BGX player, like 2 Titans is just a death sentence, but like with this deck, it's like, yeah, sure, like cast 2 Titans. As long as you don't have literal Dryad, like sure, do whatever you want. Need dinner, yeah. After this match, I'm gonna call it and help my girlfriend make food. As we say, Fluffy, we have other obligations. So, sure. This hand would be a lot better on the play, but we curve out very nicely. We can go turn 1 Bird, turn 2 Auriok plus Giver, or Goose, and then we just have enough mana of company, hopefully. We are on the draw, though, which is unfortunate, but... You gotta channel the 5-0, Fluffy. Why are you needing the 4-1? Come on, dude. Just give me the positive energy. I know people say that how can it be Abzan without Siege Rhino, but the Siege Rhino lives in the stream. And it's why I have Siege Rhino emotes here. Oh, my wife went to her social bubble friends and told me to please play Magic. Wow. That's the life. That's the life. I want to thank Lekka Fun. I said thank you too. So are we against Living End, Death Shadow, Mystic Sanctuary? Mystic Sanctuary plus Street Wraith? What is this? What are we playing against? Temple Garden. Mystic Sanctuary is an interesting with Street Wraith. Yeah, I work from home a lot too, but I've been going actually on site half the week, so I see Jen a lot too. So this is mana leak, right? So it's like, what do we want leaked here? So I think we definitely want Auric Champion in. So it's like, do we want Giver to let on first and then leak Champion? Probably just play Giver. I don't think the 1 life off Auric Champion really matters. It could also be Remand, which is fine. So maybe we just play the Auriok. When it gets remanded, we just play the Giver. It could also be Leak. Good call. We'll just play the Giver here. And then next turn we can go Auriok again and then play Goose if need be. What deck has Mystic Sanctuary, Steam Vents, and Street Wraith? Oh, is it just Living End? This is living end, isn't it? Electro living end, yeah. If that's the case, this Ranger Captain's really good. Land would be a great draw here. His Archon seems pretty good too. Oh, okay. Street Wraith plus Curator. Okay. Land. Damn it. I mean, we can chump block this Street Wraith all day with this RX champion, so. So what you're telling me is they don't have any interaction. Well, I guess they do with Electrodominance, but like. Oh, wow. Okay. That's not letting land drops just isn't really going to matter anyway, Connor, man. If we're just going to miss on land drops, my mouse is just like going apeshit right now. There you go. Excuse me. Land? Okay. So I guess we just play Goose. Always yes, always yield. Really needed that bird to let it stick so we could just. So they have just counter magic up, I'm assuming, which is pretty good. Oh, untapped. Interesting. This is like Electrodominance for 2. So they're just shitting on our mana, which is a good plan. They don't cast anything. Interesting. Good play by our opponent, I think. Hopefully we don't draw exactly Overgrown Tomb or Gala Shrine. Lesser for 1. We just got stuck on 2 lands, and that's just a summary of the game, which is unfortunate. Oh, cool. 7/7, nice. They bottom with their Scry trigger from Curator. So them not countering this Ballista or remanning it means they probably didn't draw one last turn, or the turn prior that I casted the Ballista. So Cycle Street Wraith. This hand would be a lot better on the play because we could just Ranger Captain and then. We're technically not dead. Guess we should play it out because we can crack this food token. How does the Ranger Captain with Electrodominance works, right? So like if they have Electrodominance on the stack, if I crack Ranger Captain, they can't cast the spell that they have with Electrodominance. That's how it works, right? We just lost to a 4/4 flyer, which is unfortunate. I'm fairly sure, yeah. I think that's how it works, but I want to double check. They also have a lot of blue lands, so I can see Choke coming in too. I'm trying to think about like what to board in. I don't know what we can draw here. That changes anything. Can't Coco anything. Cool. We just never drew a third land. It's okay. So Chokes, Archons, Rips. Maybe Veils. They do have remands and stuff. I think Veto can get cut. I want all the dorks. I want Scavenging Ooze. I think these apparitions are actually kind of bad. They don't hit anything. I guess they do have As Foretold. So I take that back. If they have As Foretold, then we want these Skyclave apparitions. They also could just have Blood Moon. I think these Givers can get cut. Then I don't think we're trying to protect anything. Their removal should be very uninteractive. Let's go like this. Because Infinite Life should win the game against this Living End deck. So let's give this a whirl. Yes, I would like to go first. Sure. This wins on turn 4, but they could also just Living in with Electrodominance. So I do kind of want to play around Blood Moon. So I might just get forced with Windswept Teeth. Just to play around Blood Moon. This doesn't win on turn 4? What do you mean? This one's on turn 3 if I draw exactly Heliod here. Yeah. Heliod. Do I feel bad for my opponent? No. Most definitely do not. This is what happens when you just channel the Abzan gods. They just reward you here. Broken. Kind of tempted to, if I draw a land. It's not turn 3. It's not. I made a mistake. It's turn 4. I'll just get this Auric Champ out. They didn't cycle anything in end of turn, which is interesting. Sure. The thing is, Electrodominance is interaction, so it was like they could just shock our Welcome Ballista for 2. Or 1, technically. Do they have the Blood Moon? I'm reading it, but like I could get screwed if they just sweep res and we can't cast this Auric Champion. Okay, got lucky there. Okay. So they spent 2 remand, so they probably have Electrodominance in hand. In which case, it's kind of worth it if they... I held the bird back just in case they do wipe our board. And I need the mana. But top decking a land off the top would be very good because we can Ballista for 2. And that it doesn't stop from remand. Okay. I need untap land. Should have been a little more specific. I think so. I think we can make him have it. Okay. Shoot them. Put on the Auric Champion. I got another bird, I think. Or should I make a food? Make a food. I can play Ballista for 1. I think it's just better to hold food, actually. Attack with the Auric Champion here. Okay. So I'll make the food in a turn. He played that badly. Call. I could be a little bit more. I could be a little more reactive here. They played Steam Vents untapped. So I could like call for. Can you be 3 people? Yeah, because he can just Electrodominance it. So he can Electrodominance it with the Walking Ballista, with the Ariok Champion trigger on the stack. So I'm tempted to just go Birds of Paradise, put a +1/+1 counter on the Ariok Champion, and hold up Electrodominance Call. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then I have enough mana to Ballista plus Spike Feeder, essentially. Yeah, let's do that. Debating if I should give us lifelink. I kind of want to just make a food and hold up call. Yeah, so let's just do that. And if they have remand, then we can just Electrodominance Call still. They could also just Electrodominance end a turn here. And then in which case we still just hold up call. What do you mean by that, Stormy? Can you elaborate a little more? I don't know if the delay is. I don't know which turn you're speaking of. Oh, okay. I'll bottom the bird. Interesting. That's one less gust for my Electrodominance Call, so I'll take it. I'll probably just get a Ranger Captain here. I could also use getting Spike Feeder, but like, I think, yeah, I could also just use getting Spike Feeder. Don't you just combo kill them? Sure. And this is exactly why I didn't want to do it. What did they choose? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That was definitely a mistake on their end, for sure. Don't tell them that, though. Tell them that after the match. So we go Spike Feeder. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I think we Spike Feeder here. And then if they remand, then we can just have the mana for it. So let's do that first. Cool. So do we want Veils here? They definitely just like played a couple of remands and just died. So it's like. I don't think we want Veils. I think they're just too cute. We can play around the remands easily. I don't think we want the Forge Tenders. I like the Dorks just because we want the mana acceleration, these kind of combo matchups. I think we just run this back. That's a cute emote too. Okay, we got Rest in Peace. Seems like a slam dunk. And the combo in hand. The best card we could draw off the top is a Birds of Paradise here. Archon is in the deck, unless I stupidly did not sideboard. Yeah, I have Archon in the deck. I have even Mind Sensor in the sideboard. Their opponent, opponent's playing very slow. Like, are they like sniping us? Like, opponent low into 6. Exactly what I see. Go to 5. Go to 5. Opponent's playing very, very, very slow. Okay, opponent kept 6. Island pass. Coco, great draw. Sure. This is good because then this is not Electrodominance mana. They need double red. So they can Dominance here. Now. They can also Moon us. In which case, I think I'm going to fetch Basic Plains here. I don't know if they run Blood Moon, but just in case. Cool. So they need red. Okay, they have the red. Blood Moon is fine. We can bleed a Blood Moon here. Oh, as foretold. Okay. Ah. Sure. I don't think... I'm gonna play the Heliod here. I'm gonna still play around Blood Moon. Next turn we can just end step Coco. I could also just play Ranger too. He can't beat either of those, yeah. You're not wrong. The problem is like I kinda wanna see what I can bait first. There's 3 cards in hand. Ooh, the second Spike Beater makes me want to just go off here. Can we just make him have it? Jam sandwich. And that way we don't get out-tempoed with our coming to play tap land. Okay, so they are digging. Okay. I'm probably gonna wait until their upkeep, or maybe their end step. Because you don't just want to just go off right now. If they fetch end of turn, I'm going to do it. Upkeep, yeah. So we are ahead on time, so we can just... Like, we can just do this and go really high. Our opponents are just playing very, very, very slowly. Like, even with this interaction, it's like, just F6. Look at their clock. Like, they're spinning more clock than we are. Is a unknown Sultai alert. Nice. I think I recognize the name. I don't remember if it was Francisco or like Yama Killer or something. I remember someone post that name. It's very, very familiar for sure. I'm glad I have the best intentions from you, Fluffy. I appreciate it. And the next turn we go Ranger Captain plus Rest in Peace. So I was like thinking about this like the past couple weeks. I know this combo is kind of like mind-numbingly like just dumb. So I figured like, oh, like while I'm comboing off, it's gonna take me like 5 minutes. Like, why don't we just do like a questionnaire with the chat, and we can like talk about stuff while I'm comboing. So I think a good first question to have, and you guys can just answer in the chat, is like, what set did you first start in? And the reason why I asked it that way, because I'm really bad with the years. Like, I don't know like what. If you go like 2016, and like I don't know what set that was, honestly. The years kind of just jumbled together. So I guess from my like a good way to ask is like, what set did you guys start in? Did you guys start in like my first set was Odyssey, and the reason why I have my basic lands this way is because they're all from Odyssey. So here, I was in middle school. That ages me, but like I was in middle school and saw all these people play Magic, and it was cool. And all the people like one of this random guy gave me some basic lands as my first cards. So so like when I think of like basic lands, like I think of these like the basic swamp, the basic forest, basic plain, stuff like that. Platter red white Heliod, and people don't scoop to the list. If they don't scoop, I just start killing their creatures. They seriously, yeah, it's true. Jesus, Time Sparrow is cool. Time Sparrow is a definitely interesting set to start with because there's a lot of like homage cards, like cards that they like reference, and I don't know if you like kind of got that right off the bat. I don't know if you paid attention to like the daily MTG articles, but I think during Time Spiral block that was like peak like daily MTGO, because like they came out with like all these articles every day, and it was so cool because it was like you don't really get the references a lot of the times. Obviously you get most references, not the other, but like it would be like, oh, by the way, this one card referred this one card back in like anthologies based on this art, and that's why we did it this way, and we flipped the power and toughness and this and it's like, Oh, like that's really cool. And I don't know, as like maybe it's just me, but like those kind of things are just like really interested me. Like on paper it looks like it's just like a normal magic card, but like you could tell Arnie put a lot of thought into that set. And I think that's why I really like Time Spiral. Like they just went like, you know, what's the word? Nostalgia. Like went down that road and was just like, yeah, like we're just gonna bring back all these cards, and it's like, and that's why I'm really hoping for another Time Spiral too, because like there's enough Magic now since the last Time Spiral to make more like you know, references and like nostalgia values, right? I think it'd be really cool to go back to that plane. No Teferi though. Nowhere Teferi. I fully started an Onslaught. Oh, cool. So that you didn't start that much far after me. G to sorry, can't see your name. I was in comboing. Starbursts. Yeah, you didn't. I think also was Onslaught before Odyssey. I might be flipping it. But fourth edition is nice, fluffy. Fluff edition is fourth edition had some of the nicest arts too. How are we going? I'm gonna go until I go to about 10 minutes. So then we still have a minute and a half more than our opponent. So I'm just going based on time and not number. Was it right after? Yeah, it was the next block, right? Because I always get those two confused because flavor wise, like it's the same characters. You have Kamal and like the whole story, Kamal, Phage, like that whole crew of people is carried over, which is kind of cool, but it makes it confusing which block was one before the other because they don't really separate. They go one and do the other. Yeah, which is cool. Like I actually really like Kamal as a character, and when they reprinted the character in Commander, it was really cool. I was like, oh yeah, that guy's cool. I really hope they reprint Phage too. Like Phage is great. Cool. 311. Good number. Okay. Sure. Okay. So slam the rip first. See if it gets remanded. Sure. And then I'm gonna get Ranger Captain here. Get Ballista. This guy can never run 311. Yeah. Exactly. Opponent said GG's. 5-0. We are running so hot with this deck. This is literally 10-0. I'm on a 10-0 streak with this deck. It feels so good. Oh boy, this is really satisfying because I just put so much work into this deck. We can do a little mini deck tech here before I send you guys off to a raid. Let me just move this back. But like, so I guess I can go into like the theory behind how I built the deck. I feel like a knee-jerk reaction is like, oh yeah, it's just another green white Heliod deck. But like, I would argue there's a lot of key differences between my list and the other Heliod list. So the green white versions have Conclave Mentor and Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl, and it's like, I don't like those cards. I feel like Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl gives you that nut turn 3 win. If you have Arbor Elf, double Utopia Sprawl, Heliod, and Spike Fear, you can gain infinite life on turn 2. But like, outside of that nut draw, or even like 4 mana on turn 2, which is really enticing, outside of those corner case scenarios, it's really bad. I feel like those cards just aren't good in a mid-range backup. And this is coming from a mid-range standpoint, right? So it's like, I want cards that aren't just dead top decks, right? Like, people can say discard spells are dead cards off the top, but you can kind of sandbag them and kind of like, you know, plow your way through counter magic and this and that. So discard spells aren't necessarily dead, and I would argue these birds and Gilded Goose aren't dead. The current green white list only run like 1 Giver and like 2 RX champions, and I think that's just wrong. Coming from playing mono white Heliod as well, 4 RX champions are just very good right now. And even when you aren't playing against a black or red deck, this also just turns on Heliod and makes your mid-range game really, really good. Just playing a creature, playing a bird, triggering RX champion, trigger Heliod, put a +1/+1 counter on a flyer. That's really key. I've won so many games just having a 2/3 Birds of Paradise and just flying over the board and winning the game. So I have 3 Givers to protect the combo. 4 RX champions are really good. And then the Black Splashes for Veto, and as you've seen early in the game, just Veto is just really, really good. Especially with RX champions. So like there's a lot more synergy in this deck, in a combo deck and a mid-range deck. So it can like pivot between those 3 game plans very, very, very well. Gilded Goose is also great. Just being able to drain for 3 with Veto is so good. So good. So there's just a lot of like great kind of things that are intertwined in the deck that I put a lot of thought to, and it feels great that it's all coming together. Spike Feeder only have 3 because I'm not an all-in combo deck. I'm more of a mid-range deck with a backup combo plan, so these Spike Feeders are really, really good. But I don't want 4 because they're just 3/2 bears. They're great. They're not great in a mid-range plan, so I have 3. And then the sidebar's kind of work in progress. I think this Gideon's Intervention is cute, and I only have really for Valakut because you don't win Valakut online. If this was in paper, I'd probably have it involved for the mirror, which is why I have it here. But I think this rest, the 74 out of the 75, feels so good. I'm very happy that this all worked out. Thank you all for the kind words in the chat. Yeah, I couldn't beat Rip and Combo. Kind of hoped you didn't have both. Yeah, for sure. Congrats on you, man. Congrats on your 4-1 as well. It's a good record as well. Yeah, exactly, Connor, man. Fluffy, you are just, Fluffy, do you remember the last time you played my Abzan deck? Tell me what record you went. I believe you made more than your tickets back. Let me think about that. 6-1 against him. Oh, wow. That's actually a pretty good record you made. That's actually, like, I would consider that a very bad matchup on paper, but I guess you can just aggro them out with a 5/5. That's pretty good. Which is what you did. Or just, like, fly over. Like, that cycling flyer card was really, really good. Game 1. Did we? Yeah, we trophied, Chris. We definitely did trophy. They can't be living in if again. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so I really appreciate everyone for tuning in. I'm going to go sign off now. As I said, I'm going to help the SO cook some food. So I think my next stream's probably going to be Tuesday. It's my usual day. So again, you guys can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/22. That way, you guys can get my stream updates. You guys can follow me on Twitch. I'm trying to hit 500 followers, and I'd be really appreciate if you guys can hit that follow button and support the channel. It'd be great. And you guys can catch my old YouTube content with all my old Abzan streams. It's youtube.com/KODiamonds22. All the info is on the bottom of the screen there. Other than that, please hang tight. We have 34 viewers on my account, which is great. I appreciate every one of you guys tuning in. You guys are amazing for hanging out. This is a fun stream as always. It's always fun to trophy, but it's always way more fun when you trophy with chat and hang out and kind of just, just talk about Magic, talk about shit. And it's great. So let's send you guys over. If there's any, what am I doing here? Rasta207, thank you for the follow. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, shooting for the 500. So hope you guys can support the channel and hit my goal. The program brings chat. Yeah. Thank you, Basic Land Shark. I appreciate your support as well. I know you always tag me on Twitter for all that stuff. I really appreciate your shout outs and stuff. I like to go for like a lower viewer streamer. I know when I was a smaller streamer, still am a smaller streamer, but like it's always appreciates people rating me. So let's go for a lower end if you guys don't mind. You just want to hang out for a second. Please just stay for like literally another 2 minutes, and we can send those numbers over to. Oh, I would rate Everos 100%. Everos always rated me, I think, 1 or 2 times in the past, so I definitely want to spread the love black. I don't know any of these people. Is there any recommendations? Any recommendations in the chat? I don't want to rate anyone that has more than like 20 viewers though. Kind of want to, and kind of interested in this Mom Quest person, just because I see BGX here. So let's just do this. Mom Quest. Oh, it's Abzan with Kunaros? No banlist modern. I don't know what the hell this is, but we are rating this person. We're doing it. We're doing it. Alright, other than that, again, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, follow and subscribe to me on YouTube. I'd really appreciate the support. Appreciate everyone hanging out with me, guys. And I hope to catch you guys on Tuesday. Take it easy, guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.